And it's not like Justin's been finished before. Like, he gets rocked all the time. Oh, you gonna knock him out?
Yeah, bro. I gotta knock.
I love it. Oh! Oh! He's out. He's out. He's out. He's out. Guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Big night of fights. UFC 300, Hill taking on Alex. Super excited for this fight. Aljamain Sterling taking on Kattar. I got to work with Aljo a little bit. He feels good. I think this is a better weight class for him. Him cutting down to 135 was always blowing my mind. Ah! Power bomb. He's a power bomb. Shout out to the Funk Master, baby. Good job. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen Turner taking on Money Moicano. Whoa! You gotta finish that. Oh, you can't just walk away. Oh, he would have had that if he would just followed up. There's a thing called Zombieland. You gotta double tap that ass. You can't just pop and think the zombie is dead. You gotta go back, pop, and then he's dead. Woo! Man, I know Jalen Turner's gonna be mad at himself for not finishing that. Very good job by Moicano by passing the guard and forcing the grappling exchange against Jalen Turner, because that's where Jalen was his weakest. That's gonna be it. Look at that back. Oh, God. She made that look easy. Easy. All right, here we go. Tsarukyan taking on Charles Oliveira. There's a part of me that I think Armand's going to catch him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wee! That's it. That's it. That's game. That's game.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
Yeah, he's not out yet, but he's got it. Oh, he got out. Wow. His pants are taken down. His pants. See, this is what makes Charles so great, is that he's dangerous everywhere. Guy made a slip. He took a huge advantage of it. I think Armand's wrestling is really neutralizing Charles Oliveira's game, because he's getting, that's where Charles is taking most of the damage, is when he gets on his back. In the past, the only person who's been successful there is Islam, and Islam submitted him. Uh-oh. He's going for a Dars? Going for a Dars. He's going for it.
Come on.
He's got to bow his back. If he bows his back, he won't get finished. Typically, guys, when somebody gets you in a Dars or a choke and your arm's in there, you want to bow. We call it, I call it become a cobra. Cobras are skinny, and when you become a cobra and they get pissed, they flare their back and they become wide. So if a cobra stays like this, you can choke it, but when it starts to elongate itself, it comes wide. That's what I tell people to do, is you elongate your back like this to be able to give yourself some room to breathe. But I think the cool thing about Armand winning is I would love to see how Armand and Islam Makhachev fight. All right, boys, here we go. Now it's time for the first title of the night. Baddest mother. Woo! Tickle my ears. Baddest mother of the world. Justin Gaethje taking on Max Holloway. Oh, he's rocked. He's rocked. Go, Max. Go, 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 go. See? Max ain't no T-Rex. Oh! Focus. Ooh. Spinning kick. Max is doing a good job being lateral, going lateral, using his jab, using the kicks to keep him away. I mean, Max said he's going to put his ass away. And it's not like Justin's been finished before. Like, he gets rocked all the time. I mean, you think about it, Max has never been rocked in all his fights. He's never been on, like, fucking ice skates. Oh! No, Max! Get your black. He's not black. Move, Max, move. More angles, more angles. I'm not going to lie. Max just shocked this fight. He's gone 5 rounds. Oh! Oh, baby, finish that move. Knee. Need a bite. Oh, gotta love when Max gets off on people. He's like, mother. Oh, here you go. Max. Oh! He just tied my record. Let's go. Woo! Damn. God damn. Woo! You done killed that man. He was like, you want some more? You want some more, mother? I got some for you. Damn.
The mic totally blew out when you screamed out.
That's okay. Damn. He got 300K. I think he knocks Early out. I feel like that should be UFC 300 right there. I'll be ready to go home. All right, guys, good job. Woo, yeah. Finally, the main event of UFC 300. Jamal Hill taking on Alex Pereira. Yeah, I said it right that time, huh? Oh! Oh! Damn. He's out. Guys. Guys. Like I said, when I had him on the podcast, and yes, I did laugh that he said he was going to knock out Alex. And the reason why I laugh is because I'm not saying he couldn't do it, but that is the hardest way to beat a world-class kickboxer, okay? He specialized in that. That's all he's done before he got to the scene in mixed martial arts. Look, he gets his black belt for knocking somebody out. I fucking love that. Oh, man. Man gets his black belt for knocking somebody out. And my ass doesn't even have a black belt yet. Yeah. Now I'm going to IBJJF tournaments. Arrow Wani just texts me. He says, black belt after a KO, just as we discussed. Yep. All right, boys, absolutely amazing card. We're going to switch gears and give you guys my final thoughts on this amazing card, Hill versus Pereira. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we did make some picks for this fight on PrizePicks. So let me tell you what we went with. Only fight that I picked wrong, or actually two fights that I picked wrong, was Jamal Hill beating Alex and Jalen Turner beating Moicano. But everything else, we were spot on. But in PrizePicks, we came away with a little green, ladies and gentlemen. We picked Alex to go less, 9 minutes and 75 seconds. Then the other pick we went with Figgy with less time because, once again, he's a finisher and so is Cody Garbrandt. And then the final one that sealed the deal for us was Tsarukyan with more fight time. It went all 3 rounds, and so, ladies and gentlemen, we cashed out. Now, if you guys want to try PrizePick, all you got to do is go to your app store, whether it's Android or iPhone, download it, and when you download it, make sure you use my promo code MIGHTY. They will match up to $100 of your deposits. And if you pick Justin Gaethje to land 1 strike, congratulations, you won that. It's like a free square in bingo. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you make the right picks at the right place, which is PrizePicks. But nothing's never going to be the same unless I get that shot before I start breaking these fights down. Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Now, absolutely amazing card we just broke down top to bottom. Max Holloway, Alex, Aljo, Figgy. Where do we begin? Who stole the show? The fight that stole the show was the baddest motherfucker on the planet, which is my man, Max Blessed Holloway. Absolutely amazing fight. We're gonna come back to that. I'm gonna go from top to bottom. The fights that made this card amazing for me, and not just for me, but for everybody else out there. Let's start first with one of the main storylines that I was really following in this fight card, which is Figgy taking on Cody Garbrandt. Now, I found that interesting because Cody has fought at flyweight, and so has Figgy. Figgy was a champion. Cody was a champion at 135. First round was kind of going back and forth. Nobody's really getting their, executing their game plan. But then eventually you saw Figgy take down Cody, which was something that was a little bit different that you see from Figgy. Typically, he walks forward, lands the big shot, and he ends up knocking his opponents out. He does have submissions in the past, but typically he's been known for knocking people out. That's where he got the name of God of War. Second round, he comes out there. You see he changes his mind. He takes down Cody, out-grapples Cody, almost get Cody in a beautiful arm triangle, and then transition to Cody No Love's back and ends up submitting Cody No Love, which I had Figgy winning the fight, but I thought Figgy would knock out Cody. So let's move forward. You had Jalen Turner taking on Moicano, a.k.a. Money. And the man, he can't afford to lose. But let's not take anything away from what Jalen Turner did. Jalen Turner did knock him down in the first round, in the final moments, but he didn't follow the Zimmerland rules, which is you double tap. Once you do a kill shot, you got to make sure you follow up with another kill shot to make sure the prey is dead. It goes to the second round. Moicano gets back to his feet, comes back out the second round, implies a very aggressive grappling game plan, takes down Jalen Turner, and ends up finishing him by ground and pound. Moicano gets up there. He invites Joe Rogan to his podcast, the Money Podcast, and then he also says he cannot afford to lose, and he loves the your first right amendments, the rights to bear arms, and he also loves USA. Okay, moving on to the next fight. The debut of Kayla Harrison taking on Holly Holm. Now on this one, I knew how this was going to go because Holly Holm has always had trouble when she fights grapplers, right? You look at Miesha Tate, you look at Ronda Rousey. If she's able to keep on her feet, she's most successful. I don't know why I threw Ronda Rousey in there because she ended up knocking Ronda Rousey out, but she typically has a harder time in the grappling exchange. And Kayla Harrison, she was absolutely massive for that division. And, everybody was looking at how big her back was. Shit, Joe Rogan thought it was Vitor Belfort in there, but it wasn't. Kayla Harrison, beautiful display of judo. Very interesting way that Holly Holm decided to engage in this fight with Kayla Harrison because they engage in the judo, which Kayla Harrison is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo. Almost had Holly Holm in an arm triangle, transition to the back, flattened her out, and got a beautiful rear naked choke and ended up winning her UFC debut. And then I think that division is for her to take in. I mean, I think she'll do the same thing to Raquel Pennington. And obviously Amanda Nunes, the woman's GOAT, she's retired. But who knows? She might come back for a big matchup or big fight with Kayla Harrison. Now, moving on to the next fight on the card. You had Aljo, Funkmaster, Sterling going up in weight, taking on Kattar. Now, this was an interesting matchup because I knew Aljo, he had the opportunity to destroy this man and make it look easy, and that's what he made it. That's what he did tonight. He did what he did best, which is getting on people's back, frustrating people, overwhelming them with his grappling. I think Kattar landed maybe 4 or 8 significant strikes in a whole entire fight, where typically you see Kattar, he does a good job of getting off, beautiful boxer. Now, he did have a long period time off, but I don't think it would make any difference because Aljamain Sterling did a good job of stifling his game, and we saw the first legit power bomb from Aljamain Sterling. So shout out to the Funkmaster. I had him also winning his fight. And then let's move to the next fight on the stat card, which is Bo Nickal versus Cody. Now, this fight was very interesting because Bo Nickal is still new in the scene. Very, very dominant grappler, very, very dominant wrestler. And, Cody did a good job of trying to slow the fight down. He was very durable, and he did a very good job of kept turning to his back each time Bo Nickal tried to choke him with the rear naked choke. Now, each time he turned to his back, Bo Nickal will transition on top of him, throw a couple punches, and I don't know how he landed only 8 significant strikes when he landed way more than that. Bo Nickal ended up getting the finish. I believe it was a rear naked choke. I felt there was no answer for Cody, and Bo Nickal continues to be undefeated in mixed martial arts. I cannot wait to see what he does next. And another banger on the card. I know, ladies and gentlemen, banger after banger. Charles Oliveira taking on Arman Tsarukyan. Now, this was a very unique matchup because you had 2 guys at the highest level in the lightweight division locking horns, and it's not even for a world title fight. Now, obviously, Charles Oliveira is very good at pressuring the fight people he fights with the knees, the clinch, and the grappling exchange. And right off the first round, Charles Oliveira did a good job of not executing, but capitalizing on Arman's slip. That canvas is so damn slick that everybody's slipping all over the place. He throws the kick, he slips, he jumps on top of him, almost gets him with a beautiful guillotine, but Arman pushed the knee out, did a good job pushing the knee out, escaping, almost lost his pants, and then he ends up on top, does a lot of damage to Charles Oliveira. Now, like I said before, when I was watching these fights, Charles Oliveira does a good job because people don't like to follow him in the guard, right? When Charles goes to his back, Charles gets back up and he gets another shootout. Armand did a good job of keeping Charles on his back and smothering him using his wrestling to cancel out his jiu-jitsu. And then eventually the fight kept on going on. Not a lot of stuff happened on the feet. It all happened on the takedowns and Armand doing a beautiful ground and pound and passing the guard. And at the end of the fight, Charles did get him in a darce, but Armand did a good job of, I call it become a cobra. You widen your back and widen your arm to give yourself a little airway or bloodway so your blood can go to your brain. But I have to fight. I scored it correctly. I had it at Armand, so I agree with the judges. And I'm excited to see Armand take on Islam Makhachev because I think it's going to be a sick fight because they're both so dominant and wrestler. And Armand is not scared to strike. Okay, now on to the fucking fight of the night. Max Holloway taking on Justin Gaethje for the BMF. Now, this fight, I believe, made this card. I feel like if we did not have Max and Justin Gaethje on this card, I feel like this card would have been a letdown. Just to be completely honest. The way Max went out there and was so on point, so calm, so strategic, and so crisp with his combinations. You know, we always talk about Max is very long. I feel he's very long for the division, and he says he has T-Rex arms. He has a very short reach. But he did a good job of controlling the void, and each time Justin Gaethje tried to get to him, he would always hit him with beautiful combinations and go lateral and reset the distance and the void. Now, Justin Gaethje gets off when he's able to get into the fight with his opponents, right? You look at the Tony Ferguson, you look at the Dustin Poirier, all the fights he's done. It's always a exchange. He throws that kick, comes up with the right hook, or he goes ducks down and throws a left hook. Max wasn't having none of that. And then Max has thrown spinning back kicks in the past, but it's very unique to see somebody that tall ball up and turn around and throw a spinning back kick. Now, when he does that, he's just throwing that spinning back kick into the void, and it just so happened that Justin Gaethje dropped down in the void to do his jumper left hook. He caught Justin Gaethje coming in, and that's what kind of started the huge damage on Justin Gaethje because he hit him right in the nose. And ever since that fight, round 1, round 2, and a little bit of round 3, you see Justin Gaethje, which is pouring from him. The fight keeps on ensuing. Max did a good job. It just kept on executing and moving and being crisp and being, diligent. Now, this is the first time we've seen Max get dropped. It happens when you're in a fight with somebody who likes to hit hard. He hit him right here in the equilibrium. It's a very hard shot to actually keep your wits about you. But fight kept going on. Max kept throwing and spinning back kicks. He was winning the fight. And then, little behold, Max does his signature. He says he points down to the motherfucking canvas. And he walked him. He actually walked Justin Gaethje to the middle of the octagon and said, hey, come on. You really want to fight me? And they ensue in a beautiful shootout. And you got Max. And before they got in a shootout, Max was winning this fight hands down from the first round to the 5th round. And there's times when Max hurt him multiple times, and he hit him with the 18-piece chicken meal, gave him a soda from Colonel Sanders' fried chicken bucket, and then at the very end, he walks him to the middle of the octagon and says, let's go down. They ensue in a shootout. And this shootout, Max always said he's done it with Ricardo Lamas, and now he does it with one of the most dangerous persons, the former baddest motherfucker on the planet, Justin Gaethje. He shoots in the shootout, and he comes back, pop, pop, pop. Beautiful right hand, overhand right lands, and just sends Justin Gaethje to the shadow realm. And it was funny. We had Max Holloway on the podcast, and he says, everybody's so worried about Justin Gaethje, but I'm gonna get him out of there. I'm gonna put him out. He told me that. And then after the podcast, me and Max talked, and he says, dude, I'm going to destroy Ilie Topuria. I'm going to destroy him. I'm going to make him quit. And I believe Max Holloway is going to make Ilie Topuria quit because Max is not scared to exchange, and he's also going to be longer and crisper against Ilie Topuria. And breaking news, yes, sir. I just been confirmed that Max Holloway got $600,000 in bonus money. So I'm going to go on a whim and say Max probably made $1.1 or $1.2 million tonight, and that man absolutely deserved every fucking penny. So congratulations to Max Holloway for getting $600,000 in bonus money. Now, let's go on to the main event of the evening. Alex taking on Jamal Hill. We had Jamal Hill on a podcast, and I asked Jamal Hill, how do you think you're going to beat Alex Poatan? He said he's going to knock him out. I laughed out loud because I thought that was the craziest way to beat him, because Alex is one of the best kickboxers in the world. He's fought the best of the best. I always say this, mixed martial arts is the easiest sport to become a world champion in, because you can have an extensive background and be better than everybody in one area. And if people can't get you out of that area where you are so successful in, they become a world champion. And Alex Pereira just got his black belt for knocking out Jamal Hill. And the uppercut he hit him with, it's a shovel uppercut hook. It's not here. It's not here. It's almost in the middle, but it comes like this. It's a very unorthodox way as his punch comes and it lands. It's almost like a boom. It ricochets off his face, drops Jamal Hill. And the beautiful thing I did love seeing what Alex did is that he went down to the ground. He did a leg drag. It's basically you put your knee in between. I'll break that down in the Void video. He puts his knee in between his leg, and there's no way he gets out. When he extends, Alex gets a free guard pass. So absolutely way he followed up on the ground against Jamal Hill. Now, here's interesting about Alex. What does he do next? Now, he just said that he's healthy and he wants to fight at UFC 301, which is going to be in Brazil, which I think that card needs that star power. Hometown hero, the man who joins mixed martial arts in the biggest organization in the world, the UFC. He gets a title shot against Izzy Adesanya. He knocks out Izzy Adesanya. Then he loses the belt. Then he goes up to light heavyweight, becomes a champion. He just defended the belt against Jamal Hill. I would love to see him fight at heavyweight, and we could see a huge clash between Alex versus Jamal Hill. Alex versus Tom Aspinall, because we have no idea when Stipe Miocic or John Jones decides to come back to the UFC. And I honestly believe they should just strip John Jones and let Tom Aspinall and somebody else fight for the undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, and just let John Jones and Stipe Miocic be, a legacy fight. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this amazing card. Did this card live up to the hype? Which fight on this card was your favorite? We'll love to see it. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, hit the bell to know when we go live. And please stay tuned in the following week as we do the Void breakdown. I'm super excited to break down some of these fights where a lot of people didn't expect Max Holloway to throw that spinning back kick, but it's a very unorthodox way to do it, because he's typically, being long, and he goes, whop, turns around and throws that spinning back kick into the void, and either Justin Gaethje is going to be there or he's not. So, appreciate you guys. Yeah. Well, damn.